In the hush of twilight, when the last gold of the sun fades slowly beyond distant hills, a quiet presence stirs in the breath of evening. The world softens, the air cools, and shadows stretch like gentle silk across the land. It is in this tender hour that we meet Nyx, the ancient goddess of night. Not a force of storm or blaze, but a delicate whisper, the serene veil that wraps the earth in calm and quiet. Long before cities rose and temples rang with voices, before gods clashed or heroes strode the earth, there was Nyx, the mother of darkness, the keeper of dreams, the breath between day and dawn. Her realm is not one of fear or frenzy but of soft mystery and sacred rest. To the ancient Greeks, night was not absence, but presence, a tender companion who holds the world gently as it exhales, who invites sleep to cradle weary souls and dreams to dance lightly through the mind. Imagine the vast sky, a deep indigo sea scattered with countless stars. Each a delicate spark in the vast tapestry Nyx weaves nightly. The moon, her quiet sister, follows her path like a slow, shimmering lantern, casting silver light on olive groves and stone pathways, on hearth fires and silent fields. In this gentle darkness, all life pauses in trust, resting beneath her calm embrace. Tonight, let us step softly into that ancient night. We will wander with Nyx through the unfolding myths and rituals, the whispered stories handed down through centuries like soft lullabies. Together, we will breathe in the quiet rhythm of night's slow pulse, feeling the soothing sway of darkness around us. In this timeless space, the mind can gently float free, away from the noise of waking life, into a calm sea of shadow and peace. So, settle in. Let your breath slow, your limbs grow heavy, and your thoughts soften. Let the story of Nyx, the gentle goddess of night, carry you on a tranquil journey. Here, in the stillness of myth and memory, sleep waits patiently, wrapped in the soft folds of forgotten history. Before the first flicker of dawn brushed the edges of the world, before even the faintest breath of wind stirred the stillness, there was only a vast, silent void. The ancient Greeks called it chaos, an endless, formless expanse that held within it the seeds of all that would come to be. From this quiet vastness, without sound or motion, came the slow, tender unfolding of night itself. Nyx, the goddess of night, was born from this primal silence. She was not sharp or fierce, but soft and all-encompassing, like a deep sigh that wraps the world in a cool, dark embrace. Her presence was felt in the gentle hush that falls over the land when the sun slips away, in the delicate shadows that drift between the trees, in the calm breath of the evening air. The Greeks imagined Nyx as a shadowy figure who moved with quiet grace through the skies. She was the mother of darkness, the keeper of dreams and mysteries. Her cloak was woven from the fabric of deepest night, embroidered with the faint glimmer of distant stars, each one a tiny lamp kindled to light her path, slow and patient. Beneath her watchful gaze, the earth grew still. Fields rested, and animals curled softly into nests beneath olive trees heavy with ripe fruit. The village hearths flickered gently as families settled in, the smoke drifting upward in thin, curling tendrils that mingled with the cool night air. It was a time for quiet reflection and peaceful rest, a sacred pause between the toil of day and the promise of tomorrow. In this time, simple customs arose to honor Nyx's presence. People would leave small offerings by their doorsteps, a bowl of honey, fresh milk, or fragrant herbs gathered at dusk. These gifts were tokens of gratitude for the calm and safety the night provided, a silent prayer for gentle sleep and sweet dreams. The air would fill softly with the scent of thyme and myrtle, as delicate as a whispered lullaby. The poet spoke of Nyx in hushed tones, weaving her story into their verses as one might cradle a fragile secret. She was the mother not only of night but also of countless mysterious children, spirits who govern sleep, death, fate, and the unseen realms beyond. Her presence was vast and intangible, felt but never fully grasped, like the gentle shadows cast by flickering candlelight on ancient stone walls. Imagine now the world through their eyes, a slow unfolding of twilight, where the last hues of day fade gently into the soft blues and purples of dusk. Olive branches sway lightly in the cool breeze, and the distant call of an owl echoes faintly across the hills. The scent of lavender drifts quietly on the air, mingling with the faint salt of the sea. The night breathes slowly here, deep and full of calm. Each heartbeat echoes softly in the silence, carrying the pulse of a world wrapped in shadow and dreams. Nyx's kingdom is endless and still, a vast ocean of darkness speckled with the quiet shimmer of stars. As you listen, allow yourself to sink deeper into this calm, to feel the gentle weight of night settle over your shoulders like a soft, cool cloak. Breathe slowly, deeply, as if drawing in the peace of this ancient realm with every breath. The night has only just begun. From this quiet beginning, the story of Nyx expands, her children emerge, weaving sleep and dreams, death and fate into the endless dance of night and day. Together, we will drift slowly through these stories, gentle and unhurried, as the world sleeps beneath her tender watch. But before her children came, Nyx's own essence held the universe in balance, a silent, steady heartbeat beneath the ceaseless turning of the stars. The ancient Greeks saw in her a profound mystery. The night was not merely the absence of light but a realm of its own, a place of sacred stillness and potential. It was in the darkness that life paused to breathe, that the earth gathered strength in quietude, and that hidden forces stirred softly, beyond the reach of day. In the quiet hours, when the last glow of the sun faded behind distant mountains, Nyx's breath became the cool wind that rustled olive leaves and carried the faint scent of wild thyme. Her touch was gentle, a soft blanket laid upon the shoulders of the tired and the restless, coaxing the world to slow, to rest, to dream. Even the stars, scattered across her dark cloak, seemed to pulse with her quiet energy. They were more than mere lights, they were the slow dance of distant fires, tiny heartbeats in the vast night, each one a story waiting to be told, a whisper in the silence. In villages tucked among hills and valleys, the night was greeted with reverence. Stone houses built of sun-warmed rock were drawn close by flickering fires, where families shared stories and soft songs, passing the legacy of Nyx from one generation to the next. The aroma of roasting olives mingled with the cooling breeze, and the sound of gentle laughter and murmured prayers floated upward like smoke, weaving into the fabric of night itself. Nyx's kingdom stretched far beyond the human world, across the deep seas, over silent forests, and into the quiet depths of shadowed caves where moonlight rarely reached. There, under the watchful eyes of the goddess, the world found its rest. So as you lie beneath your own night sky, know that you are cradled in the same tender darkness that ancient Greeks saw as sacred and alive. The night is a soft place, a gentle guardian waiting patiently. Let its quiet calm wash over you. Let it carry you away on slow, shimmering tides of shadow and starlight. And now, as the breath of night deepens, we prepare to meet Nyx's children. The soft spirits born from her. From the soft and endless depths of Nyx's dark embrace, a gentle family of spirits emerged, each carrying a fragment of night's tender mystery. These children were not fierce or wild gods but calm and quiet guardians, moving like whispers through the stillness of shadow and dream. First came Hypnos, the god of sleep, a serene presence who touched the weary with invisible hands, weaving a delicate veil that softened the edges of waking life. He moved like a slow breath across the land, a hush that wrapped the body in quiet surrender. Hypnos did not rush or demand, but invited softly, pulling the restless heart into the gentle depths where dreams begin. His touch was felt in the calm that spreads when eyelids grow heavy, in the peaceful drop of the mind into shadowed realms. To the ancient Greeks, Hypnos was a gift, a tender blessing that healed, restored, and held the soul in safe embrace throughout the night. Alongside Hypnos moved his many children, the Oneiroi, the dream spirits. They drifted lightly through the sleeping mind, weaving visions like delicate threads of moonlight and shadow. Some dreams were gentle and bright, shimmering with the promise of hope or quiet joy. Others whispered mysteries and riddles, a soft puzzle meant not to startle but to beckon the mind deeper into the vast unknown. These dream spirits were the storytellers of night, their silent dance shaping the endless tales that slip through our thoughts as we rest. Imagine them as silver mists gliding silently across a dark lake, their forms shifting and flowing, elusive and kind. Close beside Hypnos stood Thanatos, the peaceful spirit of death, his presence as calm and inevitable as twilight's closing. Unlike later grim portrayals, the ancient Greeks saw Thanatos as a gentle guide who carried souls softly beyond mortal breath. He was the final lullaby, a quiet closing of eyes that released the spirit into Nyx's deep embrace. Thanatos's hand was never harsh but kind. A soft escort to rest eternal, where life's sorrows faded like stars at dawn. His presence reminded mortals that death was not to be feared, but understood as a natural part of the night's cycle, the last great sleep, the journey home. In quiet homes and shaded groves, families left offerings to these children of Nyx, inviting their tender care. Lamps were lit at dusk, their flickering flames casting warm, trembling light through dark windows. Bowls of honey and milk were set upon small altars, fragrant herbs like lavender and rosemary scattered softly around them. These were gifts of thanks and gentle prayers, spoken in whispers carried on the cool evening air. The villagers sang low, melodic hymns, soft songs passed down through generations, calling for peaceful sleep, sweet dreams, and a calm passage when life's final rest would come. Mothers soothed their children with stories of Hypnos's kindness, reminding them that the night was a safe harbor, and dreams were gentle messengers. As the slow hours of darkness stretched onward, these spirits moved unseen, Hypnos spreading quiet across the land, the Oneiroi dancing in the realm of dreams, Thanatos standing nearby, a silent comfort at the edge of mortal life. Imagine yourself lying beneath the vast, star-studded sky. Feel the soft caress of sleep approaching, like a feather brushing your cheek. Sense the cool breath of night mingling with the warmth of your own body, as your mind begins to drift. The dream spirits swirl gently in your thoughts, weaving images soft and strange, like glowing fireflies in the dusk. Allow the peaceful presence of Thanatos to ease any lingering fear or unrest. A quiet reminder that rest is natural, a final unfolding of the night's eternal calm. In this realm, the borders between life and death, wakefulness and sleep, dissolve like mist in morning light. Nyx's children guide us through these transitions, steady and kind, wrapping the soul in shadow and solace. As the night deepens and the breath of sleep grows slow and steady, we prepare now to explore the ancient rituals and lullabies that honored these gentle powers, the sacred moments when humans and gods met quietly beneath the stars, and the world slipped softly into the sanctuary of night. As daylight melts away behind distant hills, a gentle hush descends upon the earth, softening every sound and shadow. Olive branches sway delicately in the evening breeze, their leaves whispering age-old secrets to one another beneath a sky slowly deepening into twilight. Within stone cottages, the glow of hearth fires flickers warmly, casting gentle light upon weathered walls and familiar faces. Families gather quietly, their voices dropping to a tender murmur as the bustling day gives way to the calm of night. Lamps are lit with reverence, oil-fed flames trembling softly like tiny stars brought low to the earth. The air fills with the subtle fragrance of wild thyme, myrtle, and lavender, herbs gathered at dusk for their calming, protective powers. Bowls of honey and fresh milk rest as offerings on simple wooden altars, tokens of gratitude laid carefully for Nyx's watchful presence. Each breath of wind carries the cool promise of rest, wrapping the land in a gentle embrace. The night begins its slow, sacred unfolding, a time both ancient and serene. The world leans into stillness, preparing for the tender rituals that honor darkness. Within homes, soft prayers rise like thin streams of smoke, weaving through open windows and drifting skyward into the deepening night. These whispered hymns speak of Nyx, mother of shadows, and her gentle children who cradle sleep and dreams. Their voices blend in low, melodic tones that ripple like calm waters beneath the stars. Priestesses and elders gather beneath vast celestial tapestries, faces turned upward in quiet reverence, hands lifted in slow, graceful motions. Olive branches and fragrant garlands adorn rough-hewn stone altars, while sacred herbs burn steadily, their fragrant smoke curling and mingling with the cool air. The congregation moves as one, their shared breath and song forming an invisible thread between earth and heavens. In this space of stillness and sound, mortal hearts and divine presence intertwine softly. Each note and whisper is a tender offering, a prayer carried gently on night's breath. The ritual is a slow dance, measured and patient, echoing the eternal rhythms of darkness. Night's embrace feels vast yet intimate, a silent promise of protection and peace. Stories unfold like soft flames around the hearth, told in voices smooth as warm honey, carrying the weight of countless generations. These tales speak of Hypnos, the calm god of sleep, whose invisible hands spread a velvet veil over tired eyes and restless minds. His breath is cool and soothing, a balm that quiets fevered thoughts and soothes aching hearts. Beside him glide the Oneiroi, dream spirits weaving visions from silver threads of moonlight and shadow. They move gently through the mind's hidden places, conjuring images that shift like the soft ripple of water under starlight. Thanatos, the peaceful guide of death, walks close by, his presence a tender assurance rather than a fearsome fate. These gentle deities and spirits are guardians of transition, their touch light as the flutter of a moth's wing. The stories are shared not to startle but to comfort, to cradle the listener in night's gentle mystery. Each tale is a delicate thread in a vast tapestry, inviting surrender and trust. Through their whispered truths, night becomes a sanctuary, not a void. In every home, the closing of day is marked by lullabies sung with tender care, voices soft and flowing like the river's gentle current. Mothers cradle children close, singing of Nyx's vast cloak embroidered with shimmering stars that watch over sleepers. Their songs tell of shadows that embrace dreams and the night wind's lullaby that carries worries away. The melodies move in slow, steady rhythms, coaxing bodies into rest with gentle repetition, soothing the soul's every ache. Fathers light small lamps beside beds, their flickering glow a beacon of warmth and safety in the dark. Lavender oil is applied with care, its fragrant touch a gentle gift from the earth, easing minds toward peace. Each lullaby becomes a thread woven into the protective fabric of night's embrace. In these tender moments, the sacred night is made visible through love's quiet rituals. The world slows, breath deepens, and the spirit softens beneath the goddess's watchful eye. Night's quiet magic enfolds all, inviting dreams to take gentle flight. Outside the village, the natural world bends softly beneath Nyx's steady hand, joining the sacred night in a quiet symphony. Olive groves murmur as leaves brush against one another in the slow evening breeze, a whispered conversation older than time. Cicadas hum a constant drone, filling the spaces between distant owl calls with steady rhythm. The sea laps gently against smooth stones, its slow cadence a lullaby sung to the sleeping earth. Nocturnal creatures move with quiet grace, foxes tread softly through shadowed brush, owls glide soundlessly through moonlit trees. The moon, pale and serene, casts silver light that paints hills and waters in softened hues, bathing the world in calm. In this stillness, every rustle and breath becomes sacred, a note in night's tender song. The natural realm and the divine converge, wrapped in the same blanket of peace. Night's vastness holds all in quiet balance, a sanctuary for all who rest beneath its expanse. The world breathes slowly, wrapped in shadow and starlight. Nyx's sacred time is marked by the cycles of the moon, its phases a slow heartbeat guiding night's rituals and rhythms. At new moon, when darkness is deepest, villagers gather beneath vast skies for ceremonies bathed in shadow. Fires burn low and steady, their flickering light echoing the distant shimmer of countless stars. Offerings are made with reverence, bowls of honey and milk, fresh herbs, smooth river stones, and delicate feathers, tokens of thanks and hopes for peaceful rest. Soft hymns rise like waves, voices blending with the night's natural chorus of wind and wings. These gatherings weave a silent bond between community and cosmos, a shared moment of reverence and trust. The moon's slow arc across the sky mirrors hearts turned upward, seeking solace in darkness. These ceremonies are timeless, connecting generations through ritual and song. In the shadow of Nyx, all are held in gentle embrace, bound by night's quiet power. The moon's glow guides them onward, a pale guardian in the sacred dark. Within homes, the ritual of night's close is a sacred moment of shared silence and story. Doors are shut softly against the quiet dark, hearth fires dim to a comforting murmur. Families settle together, weaving tales of night's guardians and their tender watch over rest and dreams. These stories speak of sleep's arrival, the gentle weaving of dreams like moonlight on water's surface. Children listen with wide, trusting eyes, comforted by the knowledge that night holds kindness and care. The slow unfolding of evening becomes a sanctuary, a haven where souls prepare for shadowed journeys. Here, rest is not mere absence but a profound, sacred gift freely given and gratefully received. Herbs and flowers hold a quiet but powerful place in night's sacred embrace, their scents weaving a calming spell over body and mind. Lavender and rosemary fill the air with fragrances that soothe spirit and muscle alike, inviting gentle ease. Thyme, sharp and sweet, is thought to ward off restless spirits and troubled dreams. These plants are woven into garlands and wreaths, burned as incense, or steeped into oils for nightly use. Their presence is a living link to the earth's gentle magic and Nyx's watchful care. As their soft aromas rise, a deep peace settles over hearts and homes alike. Ancient wisdom lives in these fragrant gifts, softening the passage through night's dark doorway. Quiet shrines dedicated to Nyx and her children offer places of refuge and meditation for those seeking solace. Small statues carved from olive wood or stone stand worn smooth by many hands and prayers. Bowls of honey, water, and fresh herbs rest alongside flickering candles, symbols of devotion and hope. Visitors come to these sacred spaces to seek comfort from sleepless nights and restless dreams. The act of tending these shrines, lighting lamps, rearranging offerings, whispering prayers, becomes a form of meditation. In these moments, mortal and divine meet in silent communion beneath night's vast canopy. The sacred stillness holds all who come with open hearts and humble spirits. Each ritual act weaves a thread in the tapestry of night's gentle power. These spaces become sanctuaries, where one can surrender fear and find peace. The quiet pulse of devotion beats steady in the heart of darkness. Hymns sung to Nyx speak not only of darkness but transformation and rebirth within night's deep womb. Night is portrayed as a sacred space where worries dissolve like morning mist under sun's first light. These melodies rise and fall with gentle rhythm, echoing the slow, inevitable passage of time. Words evoke stars as watchful eyes, shadows as patient guides, dreams as shimmering threads of connection. To sing these hymns is to join the eternal dance of light and dark, earth and sky, life and rest. The melodies are often repetitive, designed to lull the listener into reverence and deep calm. These songs bridge waking and dreaming, body and soul, weaving night's sacred fabric. Nyx's presence is also felt most keenly in the pauses between sound, the breath held in stillness, the silence after prayer, the waiting before song. These moments are soft footsteps echoing through vast halls of shadow, reminders of night's patient, tender care. The ancient Greeks knew night's power is subtle, weaving calm in softened senses and open hearts. In these quiet interludes, Nyx's essence unfolds fully, a slow dance of shadow and light, presence and absence. Night's gentle touch invites surrender, releasing fear and welcoming rest. Here, darkness is not emptiness but living sanctuary, breathing slow and sure. The soul is invited to open, soften, and trust the quiet embrace. Outside the village, nature moves with night's slow, steady rhythm, joined in the sacred symphony of darkness. Olive leaves murmur in whispered conversations with the moonlit sky above. The sea sings quiet lullabies as waves caress distant shorelines, endless and eternal. Owls perch like pools of still water, their eyes reflecting the patient light of stars. Every creature plays its part in night's sacred chorus, moving with grace and gentle ease. The world breathes as one vast, woven tapestry of shadow and light. This harmony soothes restless souls, offering refuge beneath night's wide canopy. The slow turning of night mirrors life's great cycles, birth and rest, waking and sleeping, beginnings and endings. Nyx's children embody these rhythms, guiding mortals through transitions both gentle and profound. Rituals and lullabies honor these changes, inviting trust and peaceful surrender. To yield to darkness is to find renewal, a sanctuary from life's storms. This sacred surrender returns the soul to its quiet center, soft and still as earth beneath stars. Night's embrace dissolves worries like dew under morning's first light. Rest becomes a gift freely given, warmly received in darkness' tender hold. As darkness deepens, the villagers' voices grow softer still, fading into murmurs and whispers. The flickering lamps cast gentle glimmers upon faces softened by sleep's approach. The world narrows to this calm moment, the slow breath, steady heartbeat, quiet pulse of life. Wrapped in Nyx's vast embrace, fears dissolve like stars swallowed by dawn's light. The eternal cycle continues, night giving way only to return once more. In this timeless dance, ancient mysteries whisper softly, inviting all to rest deeply. Night's sacred arms hold each soul gently, cradling it through shadowed hours. These sacred nights invite us to pause, breathe, and listen deeply to the quiet song beneath the stars. The slow unfolding of ritual, hymn, and story anchors us to earth and sky. Nyx's presence flows like a gentle current beneath life's surface, steady and sure. Through night's quiet care, the soul finds peace beyond words or thoughts reach. Each offering, hymn, and whispered prayer weaves a thread in night's vast tapestry. Surrendering to this calm, we learn the ancient art of restful ease. Let darkness cradle you now, beneath the stars' patient, watchful gaze. The ritual of sleep itself is a sacred passage, a journey guided by Nyx's children. Hypnos invites the eyes to close and the mind to drift into shadowed realms. The Oneiroi weave dreams, soft and mysterious, carrying messages from deep within. Thanatos waits gently at life's edge, a calm guide to rest eternal. Each breath and heartbeat leads deeper into night's tender embrace. Trust their care as your body softens and your mind slows in peace. Let the sacred night carry you gently onward through the shadows. In this place between waking and dreaming, boundaries dissolve like mist at dawn. The world of shadow and light blend softly, a dance of colors and forms. Here, the soul finds space to wander, heal, and quietly renew. Night's magic is a balm to weary hearts and restless minds alike. With every slow breath, feel yourself sinking deeper into calm's embrace. Nyx and her children enfold you in a cloak of soft, protective shadow. Rest now, beneath the stars' patient, eternal watch. Though night deepens, time's slow turning continues unceasingly above. The moon arcs steadily across the sky, pale guardian of shadow's realm. The stars pulse softly, their light ancient, a steady heartbeat in vast dark. Below, the earth sleeps, wrapped in Nyx's tender, unwavering care. This moment is timeless, a still point in endless flow of days and nights. Let yourself rest here, cradled in shadow and starlight, breath and silence. The gentle night will hold you safe until dawn's soft glow. As the night deepens softly around the world, Nyx's gentle cloak stretches wide, a quiet veil of shadow and stars. The air grows cool and still, filled with the soft murmur of olive leaves and distant waves. Under this vast expanse, the children of Nyx move silently, Hypnos with his calming breath, weaving sleep's tender web, the Oneiroi drifting through dreams like soft mists, and Thanatos, the peaceful guide, watching with gentle care. Together, they cradle the earth in quiet rest, their presence a slow and steady heartbeat beneath the dark. In small homes, the flicker of lamps fades as bodies sink deeper into rest. The scent of lavender lingers, a final blessing from earth's quiet gifts. Mothers' lullabies echo faintly in memory, soothing as the night itself. Here, under Nyx's watchful gaze, all worries dissolve like stars swallowed by dawn's first light. Night's sacred rhythms carry every soul toward renewal, a timeless dance of shadow and peace. The world breathes softly, wrapped in the gentle arms of darkness. As pale dawn tiptoes near, Nyx's embrace loosens like mist retreating from the hills. The stars dim, their light fading slowly, while the sun's soft fingers paint the sky in blushes of pink and gold. Yet night's quiet promise lingers, whispering of rest yet to come, a sacred cycle ever turning. In this serene passing between dark and light, find calm and surrender to the peaceful flow. Let the gentle night hold you until morning's soft call. Now, as you lie beneath the watchful stars, wrapped in Nyx's tender cloak, breathe deeply and let your mind grow quiet. Feel the slow pulse of night, a gentle lullaby that soothes and protects. Let go of all burdens and drift into dreams, carried on the soft wings of Hypnos and the Oneiroi. Rest now, cradled in darkness, safe and serene, until dawn gently wakes you anew. Sleep well, wrapped in the eternal peace of the night's gentle embrace.